So what I'm going to have you do is take a look at this slide. Hopefully everyone can see that the tables aren't blocking your view. And it's very simple. All I'd like you to do is tell me which one is the real penny. Now, I don't want to hear any change jingling out there. That will officially count as cheating, so I'd rather not have any of that. So just shout it out. Everyone's familiar with the penny? I never want to make this too difficult, but there were a couple of brave people who yelled something out. Do you want to say it a little louder? And then I'm going to ask you some questions. So, number 5, why do you think number 5? Oh, okay. For those of you who didn't hear, he said, well, she told me. We officially call that co-witness contamination, okay, of the memory? All right. Okay.
I say number 5 because I remember the date. The date's always on that side from when I was a kid.
Okay.
I do recall Liberty on that side. So.
Okay, so you remember the date and Liberty, and so what about number 1?
It doesn't have the rock on top.
Okay, it's missing something, right? Okay. I hate to tell you, there are a couple of people in the room who probably disagree with both of your answers. All right. Anyone else? 7. Why number 7? Whoever wants to put themselves out there. The 1 cent. So there's something about the 1 cent, right, that you're like, oh, but there are people in the room right now going, but it's on the other side. But maybe they're questioning themselves, is it really on the other side? Now, I want to be very clear about something. If I were to make the test a little bit easier, let's say a show-up identification where one suspect is presented to the witness is asked, right, is this the person? So if I were to hold up a penny and say to you, what's this? It's a very easy test, right? And I hope that everyone here would get it, correct. They'd say that it was the penny. The problem with this is that you actually have to have a good memory of pennies in order to be able to get this right. So unless someone's a coin collector who studied pennies and other currency, this now becomes very challenging. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw out some hypotheses here and see, I have some guesses of what it is that you did to come up with your response. So here's what I think a lot of people did. They went that whole top row and number 6, something missing. I don't know what is. I feel like there's just something. You know what, 10, 11, and 12, facing in the opposite direction, what are the chances? That looks like a loaded question. Woo, those are out. So then you start to narrow things down. I don't know, some of them just feel weird, 9, and God we trust on the side, that seems all packed in there. So what you're doing is you essentially eliminate the bad ones and narrow down your choices to the point where most people choose between 5 and 7, because those are the 2 that are the closest to your memory. And then the question for you is one of those close enough for you to say, yes, it's that one? This is what we refer to in the eyewitness research as relative judgment. And we're going to talk about the penny example when we talk about simultaneous identification procedures, or the 6-pack, or the throwdown, whatever terminology your department uses. But this also shows something else very, very important in terms of eyewitness procedure, and that is the instructions that are given to witnesses before the procedure. Because I didn't say to you, if the real penny is here, which one is it? I led you to believe that the correct answer is here, and your expectations were that I was going to show you something that had the right answer in it. But in fact, the real penny is not here. You can talk to me later, I'll send you the slide, you can pull out the penny, you can compare, I swear it's really not here. Okay, I've had people go, yes it is, and then go, oh no, it's not, when they're looking directly. So this demonstrates a couple things. 1, the relative judgment. When the correct answer doesn't immediately pop out to you, you start going through another process, a deliberative process to come up with your answer. And that is very different than recognition. It's very different than when you recognized what the correct answer was. So again, we'll come back and talk about this when we talk about lineups.